Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update, sponsored by Tax Network USA, America's #1 choice for tax resolution. Please go to tnusa.com/bill or call 800-245-6000. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It is Monday, October 7th, 2024. Here's what's happening today in America. Back in Butler, not America first. Illegals in swing states, and letter finally delivered. That's all coming up. Then Bill's going to be here with your message of the day. But first, Donald Trump went back to Butler, the exact place he got shot in the head on July 13th. Donald Trump paid tribute to the firefighter who was murdered by that bullet that was intended for Trump. Trump had a moment of silence at the exact time, 6:11 p.m., when those shots were fired. Trump was insistent on standing in the exact same spot he stood 3 months ago. Kamala announced on Twitter that she is sending $157 million in humanitarian aid to civilians in Lebanon. In maybe the most tone-deaf thing I've ever read, she said the people of Lebanon, and unclear how many of these people support Hezbollah, but whatever, the people of Lebanon need our support. Meanwhile, the head of the Department of Homeland Security said that we're out of money for the hurricane season after FEMA spent $640 million on illegal aliens. So $640 million on illegal aliens, FEMA. Now we're sending $157 million to the people of Lebanon. That's on top of the $385 million we've already given to the people of Lebanon. So Kamala has given $550 million to Lebanon and $23 million to the people of Florida, $17 million to the people of North Carolina, and $4.5 million to the people of South Carolina. Show me a better definition of not America first. According to the Transnational Records Access Clearinghouse at Syracuse University, the illegal alien population of swing states has increased since 2021 by a lot. Georgia, a 401% increase. North Carolina, 446% increase. Michigan, a 775% increase in the number of illegal aliens. In raw numbers, the illegal alien population in Arizona, 25,000. Pennsylvania, 26,000. North Carolina, 33,000. And in Georgia, 46,000 illegal aliens. A woman applied to be a motorcycle stunt driver back in 1976, wrote a letter to the company, but she never heard back from that job application until now. Why now? She got her application back with a handwritten note. Found this behind a drawer in the post office, only about 50 years late. That's what the note said. She did not let the no response get her down back in 1976. She still went on to be a stunt person. I'm Mike Slater from the podcast Politics by Faith, the great Bill O'Reilly with your message of the day. Next.
Are you feeling the impact of recent timeshare industry changes? Now more than ever, the costs of timeshare ownership far outweigh the benefits. My friends at Lone Star Transfer are the only company I trust to help you get out. Our listeners' positive feedback demonstrates why I've supported the company for years. For more than a decade, they have helped over 20,000 owners get out of the timeshare. Their exclusive options can help you get out faster and easier, more than any other option in the country. They are the only company that will give you a written guarantee and release you from your timeshare in a specific time frame. With an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau and thousands of 5-star reviews, customer service is their top priority. For free consultation and a guaranteed solution, please call 855-551-7066. That's 855-551-7066, or go to LoneStarTransfer.com. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Monday, just 4 weeks before we go to the polls and select the new president. This is, in our history, a very important election, and there have been others that have not been important, basically same old, as I write in my book, Confronting the Presidents. But the reason 224 is so vital is because we have never had two candidates who are so controversial. Donald Trump, you know all about. Bombastic, speaks in a way that is offensive to millions of voters, governed pretty well, in my opinion, and I base that on facts, not emotion. But his presentation is dubious, and everybody knows it. Kamala Harris is the most progressive left candidate in the history of this country. And if she gets elected, and Congress goes to the Democrats, all of our traditions in this country will vanish. That is because the progressives, this is their philosophy, see America as less than noble. They want to change everything. They believe the USA is run by white men who are essentially greedy and evil. That's what the progressives believe, and I think that's what Kamala Harris believes. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Now let's go to the mail. Mickey Dunn, Huntington, Connecticut. Given the Biden-Harris administration is appearing non-committal about responding to Iran's attack on Israel, and that this conflict could escalate into world war, isn't it similar to the inaction of James Buchanan before the U.S. Civil War, therefore making Biden the worst president in U.S. history? Once again, Mickey, it's not even close. The Civil War was the worst thing by far that's ever happened to America. Buchanan was a coward. He allowed the South to rise in ferocity. I go over this in minute detail in confronting the presidents. Now, if Biden's actions were to ignite World War III, which they will not, I can assure you, then he would be the worst president. He would leapfrog over Buchanan. Correct. But it's not going to happen. This will remain a regional conflict, I believe. Iran, Israel. And we should be supporting Israel. And by the way, to all our Jewish friends and viewers, we hope you have a very, very nice holiday, the Jewish New Year. Jim, concierge member. Politicians use cliches and gibberish, partly because that's all the public can absorb. Well, what about the success of this program? I don't believe that. Jim, I mean, look, we're the most successful independent news agency in the world now. If my constituency, when I just got the numbers for September, I mean, it's astronomical. Tens of millions of people watching us. If they couldn't grasp anything but banalities, nobody'd watch. Now, you're right, there's a lot of people who are just dimwits, but there's a good hardcore around the world, not just Americans, who want the truth, and they want sophisticated analysis, which is what we provide. In a moment, something you might not know. Is your finance software not cutting it? Check out Ramp. Ramp is the corporate card and spend management software designed to help you save time and money. Ramp gives finance teams unprecedented control and insight into expenses. With Ramp, you're able to issue cards to every employee with limits and restrictions and automate expense reporting so you can stop wasting time at the end of every month. Ramp is very easy to use, saves you money, whether you have 5 or 5,000 employees. Businesses save an average of 5% the first year. Right now, you can get $250 when you join Ramp. Just go to ramp.com/no-spin. Ramp.com/no-spin. Please note, cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, terms and conditions apply. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 1 century ago, the global life expectancy for a human being was just 39 years old. Today, the number has risen to 72. A typical person's lifespan depends on genetics, health, personal choices like diet. It also depends on where you are born. According to the World Economic Forum, folks in Japan stick around the longest. A healthy diet of fish means residents in the land of the rising sun live to an average of 85 years. Switzerland, next on the list, the nation is ranked the most active in Europe. Studies show the Swiss suffer less anxiety and depression than their neighbors in Germany and Italy. Average life expectancy in Switzerland, 85 for women, 82 for men. Yodeling may help. In Iceland, folks live until the age of 81. Scientists believe the cold weather might actually help you live longer. Researchers at the University of Michigan say frigid temperatures trigger genetic responses that extend a person's longevity. All the way down at number 35 on the list, between Lebanon and Cuba, is the United States of America. Average life expectancy here for an American male, 76. Women, 81. But it turns out where you live in the USA can play a major role. Residents in Charleston, South Carolina, and Naples, Florida, live nearly a decade longer than the national average, even though it's a warm climate down south. Shortest life expectancies on the planet can be found in sub-Saharan Africa. Average person in Sierra Leone, for example, lives to the age of 41, mostly because of AIDS and poverty. And here's something else you might not know. In the USA, life expectancy is actually on the decline. The average lifespan dropped a full year since 2019. Biggest factors: COVID, obesity, and drug ODs. Be careful out there. Take care of yourself. Back after this. Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. America is at a breaking point. Record inflation, interest rates, debt. The last thing we need is more reckless government spending and higher taxes, and they could happen. So protect your savings with American Hartford Gold. They'll help you secure your retirement by diversifying with physical gold and silver. Start with a simple phone call. They'll guide you through the process, even deliver gold and silver right to your door, or place it directly in your IRA or 401k. Don't wait. These safe haven assets can protect you in an economic crisis. Call or text American Hartford Gold today. Tell them O'Reilly sent you to get up to $15,000 of free silver on qualifying orders. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD Gold, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.